Jai Sri Ram. Welcome everybody. Welcome Vinay ji for joining Bharat Mark today. Thank you for joining. And friends, today we are going to discuss about the Canadian PM, Mr. Justin Trudeau, and his love for Nazi, Khalistani, Jihadi terrorists. Okay, that's what is going to happen. And Vinay ji will cover more on all his terrorist link, how he is filtering with them, and after batting for Khalistani terrorist, now hardcore Nazi gets a standing ovation in Trudeau's parliament. Okay, that's what we are going to discuss about, and how he has been always on the side of the terrorists. Okay, and let's talk about it. But before going further, friends, please make sure to like the video, comment on the video, share the video with as many people as you can. And we need your support in reaching out to the people and exposing these guys. And we need your help. And also, friends, please make sure to subscribe to our channel if you didn't already, Bharat Marg. And also make sure to press the notification bell to make sure that you get notified as we go live. And now you can get one dharmic message every day by sending a message to +1 647 964 4790 with your name and what language you want on, because we send in multiple languages so that you can learn and you can stay connected to Sanatan Dharma. Okay, and again, Vinayji, thank you for joining us. And it's a big news. Now he was batting for Khalistani terrorists there right in the parliament. Now here is Trudeau giving a standing ovation. How do you see this for Nazi, hardcore Nazi?
That is the most ridiculous thing that has happened, actually, like in the recent times. Other than many other ridiculous things that have happened. So the Canada's House of Commons gave a rousing standing ovation to a Ukrainian veteran who fought in the Second World War. Okay, and they say that they were unaware he had served in a Nazi SS unit. But I thought Canada has a lot of intelligence, the Five Eyes, and all that stuff, right? Especially with America, New Zealand, Canada, Australia.
You're able to see the video, right?
Yeah, I'm able to see it. Yeah. So basically, they gave a standing ovation, and they're saying that they were unaware. But how can intelligence, the Five Eyes intelligence and their intelligence, Canadian intelligence, work so effectively when they have to point a finger to the world's largest democracy and say that you're responsible for the killing of a terrorist on Canadian soil? However, they are unable to recognize a Nazi, a Nazi in SS unit, and how come they are unable to recognize him? This is the faux pas, or whatever they call it, but this is the irony of things. Okay, Yaroslav Hunka, 98 years old, was sitting in the gallery when he was described as a Ukrainian hero and a Canadian hero, because he lives in Canada, to applaud, and both Justin Trudeau and President Volodymyr Zelensky of Ukraine, both of them stood up, and the entire House of Commons stood up and started applauding him. However, leaders were left red-faced when House Speaker Anthony Rota subsequently apologized after it emerged that Hunka served in the 14th Waffen SS Grenadier Division, a voluntary unit made up mostly of ethnic Ukrainians under Nazi command. Can you believe this?
Yeah, see, I just, Vinay, I just want to show you about what people are talking so that you can get an idea, actual Nazi to parliament. Trudeau brings actual, I'm just going into the Nazi gate. Don't miss out questions, Nazi gate, liberal Twitter thinking it was, CPC headquarters. Someone on the side recommended Nazi to be honored in the house is crazy, moving to international news now. Nazi gate, Canada under fire for applauding literal Nazi. Okay, so yeah, you know the Trudeau. Kopensky stand to applaud a Nazi who fought for Hitler in World War II. You could write that storyline, but that's what has happened in the Canadian Parliament. Okay, so you see here, people are slamming left, right, and center. Do you see this man? Do you recognize him in the pink shirt?
Yeah.
Do you see him? You know. Yeah. See, and also I want to show you something to people. Okay. This is very, very interesting. Vinayji, I'm sorry, I'm breaking you in just to kind of give you. It's a very, very interesting news. Okay, Justin Trudeau and Ukraine PM Zelensky has to run away from Royal York Hotel after a massive crowd that greets and chase them with the "Get out of our country" slogan. Okay, see here.
That's him! There he is, Zelensky. Go home!
Get out of our country, Zelensky! Get out of our country! TCR fucking war! TCR fucking war! No more globalism! No more authoritarianism! People up there are fucking starving! Fuck the WEF! We know who you work for! We know you're an actor!
Trudeau and Zelensky on the move.
Come on, traitor. Come on, you little traitor. Come on.
It's a massive
Here go the traitors.
We're not going to be impoverished anymore, Justin. We're not going to be impoverished anymore by you, Justin. We're not going to give this country over to you, Justin. You're not going to be the tyrant that you want to be, Justin. Freedom!
They literally escaped from there. Okay. And that's not it. Okay. See here, when they are going on the road. This.
That's disgusting. Just doing my job. Following orders. Hey, police! Why don't you arrest Khalistani terrorists instead? How's that sound? Yeah, shame on you. Why don't you arrest the terrorists instead? The Khalistani terrorists. Arrest the Khalistani terrorists. Arrest Justin Trudeau. Arrest the Khalistani terrorists. Arrest Khalistani terrorists. Arrest the terrorists! Arrest Jagmeet Singh! Arrest Justin Trudeau! Arrest the terrorists!
This is incredible. How it happened. People.
Yeah.
You talk about a shameful reception. I don't think Trudeau got this kind of reception even in India. What do you say?
I mean, you know what? In India, he got a very good reception. He kind of was well received at the airport.
Because we have Aditi Devo Bhava. That's
Aditi
what
Devo
it is.
Bhava. That is the
And
whole
even this
idea.
guy can get a reception. Yep.
Yeah. So that is the whole philosophy of India and Indian Bharat actually. So, but this man didn't even have the courtesy to thank. Rather than do that, he comes back here and hurls allegations against the government of India. So it's unfortunate that this is happening because this guy, he is now seeing the true colors. I mean, I'm not sure who is talking there in the background, but they basically said that, arrest Jagmeet Singh, arrest the Khalistani terrorists, and whatever, right? And things like that.
It's a protest that is happening.
It's
Yep.
a protest that's happening because this is like, people think that, you can get away saying anything you want in this country. There is freedom of speech or whatever, but the freedom of speech has gone so bad that they showcase a killing, an assassination of an ex-prime minister of India openly on public platform, on the public roads. So this is how it's gone, and the terrorists are basically saying, "Hey, you know what we did? We killed an ex-prime minister of India, and who can stop us? What can stop you?"
Yeah. See, I just want to go in a little bit in detail in a quick roundup here, Vinayji. One, okay. See here. How do you see this? This is a Toronto Sun's cover you are seeing right here after the standing ovation given to the Nazi who killed many Jews in the community. Okay, you saw the video with the subtitle. It says how many Jews he killed physically, personally, and he was proud of, and others, Jews and others, and he was given standing ovation in Canadian Parliament. Okay, on top of it, this is Hardeep Singh Nijjar, who killed who was part of the killing of the Punjab CM, whose grandson came and spoke about, and many other people over there, and declared terrorist, and who was filtering with Justin Trudeau. And here on the other side, you have Omar Khalid, who got $10.5 million when the veterans in this country are dying with hunger and no shelter, no food, and this terrorist is getting $10.5 million. You remember that situation at that time? It's not long ago.
Yeah.
So now take it forward, please.
Yeah, in April 2012, Omar Khalid, who was detained by the United States and the Guantanamo Bay, and he's a known terrorist. Like, he was working for Al Qaeda, and he sent an, because he was a Canadian citizen, he sent an application to the Canadian government to requesting a transfer to his home state. On September 29, 2012, Omar Khalid was transferred to Canada, where he'll serve the rest of his 8-year sentence. 8-year sentence. And we know how it works. And once he's out after 8 years, he should be out by now. Like 2012, now it's 2023. So he must have been released in 2020. And God knows what he's doing now. Maybe he's back on his terrorist activities, or who knows, right? It was just a slap on the wrist. Hey, don't do this again. Okay.
One quick intervention. Okay, I want to add something to this, which you can take it forward. Also, there was a Yazdi girl who was in tears. She was going in the bus, and she saw the guy who was having her as a sex slave back in Iran sitting next to her. Can you believe that? In Canada.
Wow, yeah.
And she said, I got so shaken. What do you say that?
No, the end of the day, right? I'm not sure if you watched just a couple of days ago, WION News, did a beautiful video on this whole thing that's going on in Canada. And they talked about Canada. Is it becoming a haven for gangsters? Is it becoming a haven for terrorists? Right? And unfortunately, this is what is going on right now. Because I mean, look at what they did in the Parliament, giving a standing ovation to a Nazi without doing a background check on this guy. And this guy has been living in Canada for a number of years. Okay. And nobody has done anything about it. Nothing has been done about it.
No, they don't care. I'm sure they know it. It's not like unknown. When you are batting for Khalistani terrorists, when you are doing for Jihadi Terrorists, why do you why you think that Nazi, if they would have only known, they wouldn't have done this? What makes you to believe this?
The thing is, like, they keep talking about, the Canadian intelligence, the CSIS, and whatever. We know about everything that goes on here. the Five Eyes and blah blah blah, and that's what they said, that they had ample evidence to point a finger to India, saying that India was involved in the killing of Niger. But the funny thing is, like, you know what, they are harboring terrorists. They're encouraging, like what you just told me about Iranian incident just now, right? People walk away scot-free here. Nothing is done about it, and we still call ourselves a peaceful country, a free country, where you can do whatever you want and still get away with it. And you heard about the Baloch killing as well, and so many things goes on here, and people are just turning a blind eye. And if Justin Trudeau, he's only worried about his position in Canada, he doesn't want to compromise on his prime ministership.
See, Vinayji, I have a quick question for you. After the Nazi Gate, this post of the Indian government is going viral. India has officially labeled Canada an international terrorist sanctuary, a safe haven for terrorists, for extremists, and organized crime. In other words, in the words of Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson, given the performance of the entire clown show called Government in Canada this week, there is not a nation outside of Canada who will disagree with this. Neither will most Canadians. Nazi Gate. How do you see this?
No, this is absolutely true. This is what I was telling you about. The coverage was all about this, because this actually came in. I think this must have come in just now, but the coverage was about 2 days ago. And it's unfortunate that Canada, which is actually was considered one of the most peaceful countries, one of the most progressive countries, is now come down to this. Because you know what, it doesn't take one day for this to happen. It has taken several years. Like, I'm going back to 1985 when Kanishka was bombed, and they still harbored those Babbar Khalsa international terrorists. And it took 18 years for the government of Canada to declare Babbar Khalsa International as a terrorist organization, to ban it. And you know what? It's all about it's this whole appeasement and not pissing off people. And they don't take people head on, other than these freedom march people who congregated in Ottawa to stand up for their rights. Those kind of people will be turned away and basically.
And he he always says freedom of speech for everything. Like a parrot, he is parroting. I don't know who is going to believe him.
No, this is exactly what it is. I mean, the governments across the world are now realizing what Canada is truly, and immigration and all that has been and was such on a huge rise, right? In the last several years. But now I think Canada is going to be affected, because Canada, you got to think about one thing. It's a land of immigrants. You get people from all over the globe, and they all come with a lot of their qualifications, their experience, and all that stuff, and they make this country a lot more progressive. But the problem now is going to be how many people are going to come, because it's mainly these guys are going to continue giving safe haven to terrorists and gangsters, and people will come here for on refugee status. I mean, now how many Khalistanis are going to come here on refugee status? Have you even calculated that?
Yeah, see, I just want to say you some internal information, Vinayji. That is, India is going for a war footing against Canada. Okay, if they are not cleaning up their act in next 6 weeks, I am hearing the export and import could be completely stopped and banned. Okay, and I'm also hearing the flights may be cancelled. Okay,
right.
But these are all in a very preliminary stage. But they said we don't want to have no relationship with a country that harbors terrorists. And now keeping that in perspective, your last word.
No, absolutely. I think that with so much going on in Canada, I think we need a change of government here. So the only thing that can probably turn things around is to change Trudeau and bring in a party that is will be in majority, and that's conservatives. And we don't want either Trudeau or NDP to come in here. And hopefully, once conservatives comes, they'll start cleaning up the act. I mean, as you know, Stephen Harper was one of the best prime ministers of this country, and he did a lot for this the development of this country. And unfortunately, he lost the elections. And
Canadians are paying the price.
And Canadians are paying the price. They brought in Trudeau in place of Stephen Harper, and Stephen Harper was a soft-spoken guy, but he did a lot for this country. So
they said they brought Justin Trudeau as a prime minister of Canada because he looked handsome. They said.
I guess so.
They deserve it.
Yeah, I guess so. He was a drama teacher, so you know that.
Who is the biggest loser in my mind? It's Canada and Canadians. With a bad name, reputation. Canada is a fantastic country, and with a great people, with a great family values and friendly people. In my experience, I'm sure you will agree with that. And to get a reputation as a terrorist sanctuary country, wow, this is shameful.
Extremely shameful. And I feel ashamed to be, to kind of be a part of this whole thing, because it's like people from across the globe, people, my friends, relatives, family, they're all asking me, like, what's going on in Canada? Like, it's unfortunate that this is happening.
And how do you think now the Jews, like Hindu community, he alienated Hindu community totally. Means any patriotic Indian, let's not talk about Hindu. It's not about Hindu. It's any patriotic, because he was harboring terrorists openly to attack India. Mm-hmm. After the Kanishka Airlines, the Air India bombing, which was promoted by his dad, or done by his dad, or in his blessing time, But having said that, what do you think now with this Nazi gate? How do you think this will change the politics of Canada?
Oh, you know what? Jewish people in this country have, especially here in North America, they have a huge clout. They are everywhere. They own businesses. They own.
They're hardworking people.
And they are hardworking people. They're mind their own business and stuff like that. Now, if you upset those people, it's going to be a disaster for Canada.
Absolutely.
No amount of apologies will clean up this act, because this is a huge faux pas by the Canadian government, giving a standing ovation to a Nazi
who killed the Jews in that community, in the
unit, the part of which this guy was a part of. They annihilated. There was a genocide of Jewish people. They killed them in millions.
Yeah, and I want to say the relationship between Hindus and Jews was a long way, and many Jews. The admiration Jews have for Hindus and Hindus have for Jews is well known, and the relationship between Israel and Bharat is well known, and we feel their pain. There is no question about it.
Absolutely.
And I also want to thank one of the MPs who is bringing in Hindu-phobia bill, how Hindus are being attacked everywhere, Vinayji, and that is done by a Jew MP.
Jewish Christians, exactly.
Yeah, that's a relationship we are talking about. So it's going to affect majorly, but we stand with our brothers, fellow Jew brothers and sisters for sure.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Vinay. Looking forward to talk to you. Thank you for coming and sharing your wisdom. Absolutely, friends. Let us know, what do you think? Do you agree with what Vinayji said? Do you have any input? Please let us know. We will love to hear from you. And looking forward to talk to you soon again in the next video. Till then, Jai Sri Ram,